right, Mr. Skeleton. Let's go, sir. Hey, everyone. It is another day. Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. And it is a home improvement store kind of day, Mr. Skeleton. Hold on, sir. Railroad tracks. Anyways, it is a home improvement store kind of day, good old Mr. Skeleton. We're cruising to Lowe's, Menards, and Home Depot. Oh. Hold on, we got a speed racer up here. Anyways, we're going to those three places for sure. Anywhere else we go, we'll just sprinkle in there. Maybe we'll stop some places along the way. But today, I wanted to check on all three home improvement store places. You know what sounds so good right now, Mr. Skeleton? Do you know, sir? Do you know, though? A pumpkin coffee beverage of some sort. From anywhere other than my house. Oh, shoot. We need to go back to Burlington. Dang. See, I want to go to all these places, and then realistically, like today, the heat index is supposed to be 105. 105. I need to get over, sir. But go ahead. You and your exhaust pipe can go on. Mark. I don't really know if that's his name. I'm just going off his license plate. So what was I talking about, Mr. Skeleton? Oh, it's supposed to be 105 today. Anyways, we're starting at Home Depot today because I took the wrong turn. So we were going to go here last. Now we're going here first, which means maybe I took a wrong turn on purpose because it's not far from Homegoods. And then we're going to go into Homegoods. Oh my gosh, do they have their mums out? I'm just going to drive slowly and look. What do we got? Not yet. All right, we're here at Home Depot. We're going in. All right, we're here at the Home Depot. We're going in. Okay, no Halloween yet at the Home Depot, but we are right here across the street from Ross, the one with the cicada killers. If you know, you know. If you saw me run for my life, then you know. But it's right here, and as much as I don't want to go in because I'm so scared of those damn cicada killers, we're going to go in because we want to see what's at freaking Ross. All right, we're here at Ross. Oh, God. Hoping for the best. All right, we just left Ross. We didn't see any cicada killers, thankfully. It looked like they were starting to get more stuff out. But they did have some really cool metal pieces, and I love the metal pieces every single year at Ross. They have this really cool metal bat tray, like candy dish kind of thing. They had this, I thought it was a door knocker, but it's actually a wall hook, the silver skull wall hook. And then they had a silver bowl that had skull legs. I think that was it for the metal pieces, but they were really good metal pieces today. And then they had some other various Halloween things. They had like a pumpkin canister that had bats all over it. They had a black and white argyle diamond looking shape, a pumpkin situation. They had a cloche with a spooky house inside that was really cool. Oh, they had this bowl. It was like a candy bowl. And then holding the bowl, there were, I think, 2 jack-o'-lanterns and a ghosty. And it was all black and white. And they had some skull, were they salt and pepper shakers? I think they were gold and silver salt and pepper shakers. And they had a butter dish that was black with gold spider webs all over it. Oh, they had a decanter. It was a decanter with skeleton hands wrapping around it. And I think that's all we saw. Didn't see any new blankets. Didn't see any new towels or anything like that. But yeah, so that's what we saw at Ross. And now, you know where we're going. Where are we going, y'all? This guy's looking at Mr. Skeleton. I hope he likes what he sees. Some people ask, if you're new here, well, first of all, welcome to the spooky family. We're excited to have you. But second of all, some people want to know what happened to good old Mr. Skeleton's arms. And what happened, if you've been around, you know. So basically what happened was, just over the years, good old Mr. Skeleton has gotten old and fragile, and pretty much his arm snapped off. And at this point, good old Mr. Skeleton hasn't had arms for so long that I feel bad fixing him. Like, I almost feel like I'm making good old Mr. Skeleton feel like he's not good enough because he doesn't have arms. And he is good enough for me, y'all. Armless, tailless, whatever, sir. You're my best friend. And that's all there is. Is that a tear coming out of your eye? Anyways, regardless, last year, his tailbone snapped off. Because he's just getting old, y'all. And I thought about, I didn't think about replacing him. I didn't think about it. But Dallas keeps saying, hey, do you think you're going to replace good old Mr. Skeleton? And I was like, never. Like, this guy could be just like one single individual rib bone. And I'd still keep him in the seat. Or dangle him from my rear view mirror. Something. I'd be like, this is Mr. Skeleton right here. And it's the evolution of Halloween hunting. We're all losing a little bit of something every year. And mine is my mind. It's already 82 degrees. It went from 76 to 82 already. Or was it 79? I thought it was 76 to 82. That fast? It's going to be 5,000 degrees today. And, oh God, what do you guys make for dinner? Let me know down in the comments, what's your go-to summer dinner? Because I feel like summer is the worst for cooking. I have no ideas. And I feel like the days fly by. Like, all of a sudden, it's time for dinner. I have no food prepped. And it's too late to start the grill kind of thing. And Lucia needs to eat like now, which is why we've been doing Factor. We have been loving Factor. And I've talked about Factor before and how we do Factor outside of the sponsorship. So this video is sponsored by Factor, but we do Factor all year round, every single week, the majority of the days. And it has helped take a load off. If you haven't heard of Factor before, Factor delivers fresh, never frozen meals straight to your door so you can get chef prepared meals on the table in just 2 minutes. Factor meals eliminate the hassle of prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. Simply heat and savor the good stuff. And when things get hectic, Factor is flexible. You can change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your delivery anytime. And we love Factor for so many reasons. Like I mentioned before, it saves time. And at the end of the day, I feel like time flies and now it's dinner and I have nothing prepped. I don't have to worry about any of that. And on top of all of that, I love the variety of meals. I never get tired of any of the meals because there are so many different meals to choose from. They're nutritious, they're delicious, and we love everything about them. They're fast. I just can't say enough good things about Factor. Anyways, if you want to give Factor a try, you can head to factor75.com or click the link down in my description box and use code LIBRA50 to get 50% off your first Factor box plus 20% off your next month of orders. That's code LIBRA50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month of orders. So definitely check out Factor, especially if you're in a summer or back to school food rut and you want something quick but also nutritious. Definitely check out Factor. Anyways, we're going into Homegoods, good old Mr. Skeleton. We're going to go check it out. I'm hoping they have the spooky goods. Last time we were in here, it was a little picked over, so let's go see what we see. Here we go. We're here at Homegoods. We're going in. All right, you guys, I found one. Is it fall or is it dead? Leave your votes below. Mr. Skeleton, we found the spooky goods, sir. It is not over yet at Homegoods, y'all. It's not over yet. Just when we thought it was picked over, it's not over yet, y'all. I found one of my in search of items. It was the Frankenstein head with the plants coming out. Yes, they're glittery. Yes, that annoys me, but I can't get over this Frankenstein head. I just love the face of this Frankenstein. And I've been looking for it, and I hadn't seen it yet at any of my local Homegoods, so I thought maybe somebody had snagged it or they'd already put it out, because when I saw it initially on the Facebook group, it was really early in the season. But we found it today, Mr. Skeleton. We found it today. They also had some really good looking pieces in this area. They had this gorgeous gothic, they had two of them. This gothic candlestick holder situation with a skull on it and bats and snakes. And they had a stack of skulls candlestick holder that looked great for an all year round decor piece. Actually, both of those pieces were great. And I think they had like a big ghosty guy. They had a couple of new things in here, but the new stuff they had was good. And then they had some bigger pieces that I hadn't seen yet. They had a skeleton with a tombstone, and they had these really cool looking vintage stacked pumpkins. And they had like little like realistic looking eyes, not cutouts, but like realistic looking ones. And I think that's it for the decor area as far as new stuff. They had a bunch of stuff out. It looks like they restocked a bunch of stuff, but a lot of stuff we've seen already. But anyways, that's besides the point. We went over to the dishware area. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I saw, but I'm not going to promise I'm going to be mature about it, okay? You can't expect that from me. One day, I might grow up, but I'll probably look like Mr. Skeleton when it happens, okay? So, Mr. Skeleton, stop gaping at me, because it's already bad enough, sir. So, I saw this piece. Let me just put it out there. Let me set the scene for this piece. I think it was a wine bottle holder, is what it was supposed to be. Like a wine bottle holder. You know, we see all these types of things. But when I tell you what it was, Lord help me. It was a skull with his mouth open and his hands bracing the wine bottle. And I think it's supposed to be like the skeleton drinking the wine bottle, like the wine out of the wine bottle is what it's supposed to look like. But without the wine bottle there, even with the wine bottle there, but especially without the wine bottle there, it looks like somebody demonstrating. I'm not going to say it. I just fill in the blanks. I'll just show it. You can, okay, it could be a skeleton demonstrating how to drink out of a wine bottle. If that's how you see it, then I love that. I love that. But that is not what I got from it. That was not it, y'all. So I know we've seen the Halloweeners of Halloween. I don't know what to call this, but it was, but anyways, I saw that. And I can't unsee it, is the thing. All right. We also saw some new, like, little dishware, kind of kitchenware kind of stuff. I saw these little, like, you know, the oil pourer things. One of them had a skeleton on it. The other one was black with an iridescent spider web. And it was really pretty. And they also had what else do they have in this area? I'm totally blanking because I can't unsee this skeleton suggestively drinking a wine bottle. But we went into the ceramics area, like the dishware area. They had this big blue sky piece that had a witch sitting on a pumpkin. It said Happy Halloween on it. That was really cool. There was a really cool canister, like cookie jar, that had stacked pumpkins with a ghosty on top. They had a plate that was really cool with a scarecrow pumpkin head guy. And was there another plate in this area? I know there was like a couple of cake stands. One of the cake stands was a spiderweb cake stand, and then the other one had like witch feet that the plate sat on. They had some ghosty salt and pepper shakers that looked like Joanna Parker, but they weren't Joanna Parker. Has anyone seen any Joanna Parker Halloween mugs or Joanna Parker salt and pepper shakers for Halloween? Has anyone seen these yet? What else did they have in this area that I'm missing? I don't know, but they had some really good ceramic pieces per usual. They had a ton of ceramic stuff. A lot of it we had already seen though, like jack-o'-lantern kind of stuff, ghosty stuff, Mickey and Hello Kitty and all the stuff we've already seen a lot of, but they have a huge selection at this store. I mean, it is like, it's packed in the ceramic section of also, oh wait, I think we saw a new mug. And it was a really cool mug. I had never seen it before. It was this mug that had, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was like a gas station looking, said something about a gas station or something. And then they had a spooky plate in this area that was really cool that I hadn't seen before. That had a spooky house with ghosties coming out of the house. Oh my gosh, it was such a cute plate. I loved this plate. And the last thing I need is another freaking Halloween plate, but I didn't get them. Don't worry, because I gotta hone it in. I'm trying to hone it in, and I'm not good at it already. So anyways, what else do we see? We saw, some new pillows. Lots of pastel looking pillows. So we saw some pink, like bedazzled pink ghosty pillows. There was a pastel ghosty pillow that had different colors of pastel ghosties on it. They had there was another pink one with ghosties and mushrooms, I think, on it. I think was another pink one. That was a new one I hadn't seen yet. They had a lot of pillows, but a lot of the ones we had seen, like with jack-o'-lanterns and ghosties and bats and stuff like that, we'd already seen. But they had one that was a spooky house looking pillow. That was like a knit looking pillow. It was orange and black. Anyways, we're here at Menards. And we're going to go look at the Nards. Alright, we're leaving Menards. And we saw, first of all, this entire parking lot is full of, is it fall or is it dead trees? I mean, they're everywhere. These look like they're starting to change. This one over here looks like it could be dead. It's almost fall, y'all. It is almost here. I'm just over it. I'm over summer. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I can't do it anymore. Anyways, we're cruising to Lowe's right now. But on our way, we'll talk about what we saw at Menards because they had the spooky goods at Menards. All right, so where do we start? Let's start with the outdoor signs because that's the first thing I saw. They had 3 outdoor Halloween signs. One said beware with a witch flying on a broom. And then the other one said trick or treat. And what did the other one say? Welcome, or I don't know, something like that. They also had this dangly skeleton guy and a big wreath that had candy corns and jack-o'-lanterns and all the things. And then they had some huge animatronic looking guys. They had this big blow-up Frankenstein dude. And then they had some actual animatronics. They had this big jack-o'-lantern head guy.
Go ahead, run and hide. Your fear will only make your soul that much tastier.
And then they had an alien guy. And then they had this witch, and the witch didn't do anything, or I couldn't find a thing to press on, so I don't think she did anything. And she was just this big, tall, scary looking witch. And then they had a bunch of the blow up things in boxes, like a ton of different ones. They had jack-o'-lanterns, they had stacked jack-o'-lanterns, they had all sorts of blow up things. I'll just show them all here, everything I saw, because I just kind of panned the aisle to get all the visuals of all the different blow up things. They had some spooky flamingos, which I feel like they have every year, and some outdoor path lights. They had ghosties, they had jack-o'-lanterns, they had floating looking ghosties, they had witch ghosties, they had eyeball light up things. They had all sorts of outdoor situations in this area. Light up pathway lights and outdoor stake things. And they had this skeleton that was really cool. It was a yard stake, but it also was a wind chime. Like you could hear it kind of clinking, like the bones clinking together. And what else did I see? I'll continue to show all the outdoor stuff here, whatever I'm missing. I think there were some ghosty looking things, or ghosties and jack-o'-lantern little ghosty looking things. And then they had some tabletop decor stuff. They had a stack of jack-o'-lanterns, a stack of skulls, and they're like lanterns, so they light up. They had some other tabletop decor, some books with like a skeleton hand. They had a couple of skulls. They had a black one, a gold one. They had a little tabletop decor sign that said boo, and it was a pumpkin. They had these really cute vintage looking pieces. One was like this masked character, and the other one was, I think it was a scaredy cat, but they had that vintage feel to them. And I think they lit up. And there was, what else did I see in this area? Like a pineapple, a skull pineapple. I saw some gnomes, of course. Although this year hasn't been the year of the gnome. I feel like we've seen less gnomes this year than ever. And I'm not mad at it. We needed a little break. But I saw some gnomes. There was a vampire guy. What else did they have in this area? I know I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Oh, they had a bunch of lanterns. That's what they were. Like a bunch of lanterns in different colors with different carvings inside of them. One had a witch face. Was there a mummy? I can't remember what the other one was. Or was it some sort of jack-o'-lantern? I don't know what it was. But they had some lanterns here. And they had some frames, the spooky frames where it looks normal and then you turn it or you walk by and it gets scary. They had those. I don't know, but I think I'm missing some stuff. But I'll continue to show all the Halloween stuff I saw here. Oh, also at Menards, they had this animated spooky tree that was so cool. And it moved around. It was like a branchy tree that moved around. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool decorated. And they also had some Spooky Town. They have their Pumpkin Hollow Spooky Town. And they had all sorts of stuff. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can remember all of them. All sorts of houses and buildings. They had a circus looking guy. They had a bridge, like a covered bridge. They had a train. They had, oh my gosh, they had so many different little Spooky Town buildings, houses, different themes. Whether you have a neighborhood or you have a carnival or whatever you got. They had a bunch of stuff there. They also had a water tower that was really cool that had a skull on top. They had a headless horseman. And then they had some lanterns in this area too that were like the glittery looking lanterns. And they didn't have anything out though. So I didn't see any of the Spooky Town out. It was all in boxes. And it looked like they were getting ready to put it out though. So I can't wait to see it in the flesh. We'll have to go back. And then we saw, what else did we see? Oh, the little figurines. They had little tombstones. They had a little street sign thing. They had a troll and some gargoyles and a skeleton dude and a dude taking off his mask. There was a bunch of stuff in the Spooky Town area. They had some goods, some spooky goods. Oh, also at Menards, they had a whole bone zone. So a whole area of bone things. They had dogs. They had like a big dog, or maybe it was like a saber-toothed tiger. I don't know what it was, but it was a big skeleton guy. They had dragon skulls. They had skeletons with animated eyes. They had a duck skeleton. They had a donkey skeleton. They had all sorts of skeletons in this bone zone, a classic bone zone. Now we're going into Lowe's. We're sitting in the parking lot and we're hoping we see some spooky goods because, you know, Lowe's knows. We're here at Lowe's. We're going in. All right, we saw the spooky goods at Lowe's. They had a full-blown, it was scary in there, y'all. It was so good. It was so good. They had all their animatronics out, and they look, I'm going to say it again, good this year. They look so good. First of all, though, I have to mention this gateway situation. That was like a whole gateway. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. Probably one of the prettiest gateway little areas because it was so detailed and it just looked so good. And then their animatronics. Oh man, they had this whole Kraken theme that had the sea captain. I don't know if the sea captain worked. And then there was like the underwater guy, deep sea diver, whatever guy.
There they are. I've never seen anything like.
And then they had this like sea wench that was amazing.
Here be monsters. He draws near.
And then they had the Kraken. And Lucian would, like, one of his favorite stories right now is this Kraken book. Like, Clyde the Kraken Wants a Friend. It's one of his favorite books right now. Like, we read it every night before bed right now. And then he didn't have a button. I think he lights up, though. And then they had this big Reaper guy. And this guy was creepy as hell. Let me just tell you. Literal hell.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You will roam through the valley of death for all eternity. With all of us.
They also had this big, creepy scarecrow guy that was really cool.
And spirits haunt the night. Beware to all. For my side is sharp and sure to fright.
And they had this band. It's like a skeleton band. And I guess it plays any music from whatever playlist you have. They'll play, like, you can buy them separately or put them together as a band.
I love Halloween. Put another tree to the tree bag, baby. These Bluetooth Reapers can play any song from your Bluetooth phone or device.
And there was also, oh man, this creepy clown whose head goes around in a circle. It honestly reminded me of Lucian when he doesn't take his nap. And then what else did they have? I feel like they had some other animatronics. Whatever I'm missing, I'll show here. And then they had a whole bunch of blow-ups at the top, like a creepy branchy tree. They had Mickey. They had a headless Batman, which was new to me. They had all sorts of stuff on the top. And then they also had other boxes like Minions and Bluey and Hello Kitty and like a bunch of different blow-up things. They had some blow molds. They had some Mickey blow molds. They had Minion blow molds. They had, what was the other one? Was it Snoopy or something like that? And they had a whole little cutesy Halloween section that had some bigger pieces that were like some neons and some stacked, what am I thinking of? Stacked ghosties and jack-o'-lanterns and more of the cutesy kind of bigger stuff that lit up. And they had a whole little scary area that had a big spider and some lanterns. And they had this scary guy that has a jack-o'-lantern head on. I'll show you what he does here. I'll show you. And then there was another thing right here. What was the other thing here? Oh, it was the swinging creepy children. That's why it left my brain. These swinging creepy children. And then they had a whole bunch of jack-o'-lanterns, all sorts of jack-o'-lanterns that light up. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there right now. If you're sensitive to light, go ahead and skip ahead in this video, because everything else I'm going to show pretty much is going to be lighting up, flashing lights, all sorts of stuff. So go ahead and skip ahead in this video. That way you don't have a reaction. But anyways, they had some jack-o'-lanterns that lit up. They had some rotten looking jack-o'-lanterns, and they had one that popped up and his mouth stretched out. And then, what was the other one they had that was kind of creepy? I don't know. They had some wrinkly looking, old man looking jack-o'-lanterns, and that had legs that walked around.
It's so long for this moment.
They also had some classic jack-o'-lanterns, like cutesy jack-o'-lanterns in here that were more plug-in style. The classic plug-in style jack-o'-lanterns in different shapes and sizes. They had big jack-o'-lanterns, so I'll show all the jack-o'-lanterns here. They also had a couple of really big tombstones that had little candles that were next to them that lit up and said various things. Speaking of tombstones, they also had the Haunted Mansion whole setup. They had the knight that I got. They had the Miss Kitty tombstone. They had another tombstone in this area that was really cool, but I don't think it was Haunted Mansion specifically. It was just in this little area. And then they had the Headless Maiden that I got. I got the Headless Maiden and the Knight that Lowe's had sent me. If you remember, earlier in the season, we put them together. And then they had a bunch of Haunted Mansion looking stuff. So they had little snow globe looking things.
And strange and frightening sounds echo through the hall.
They had a little tombstone. They had a, what else? Did they have a doorbell or something in here? They had books, animated books. And they also had some outdoor pathway lights and some blow up things in the Haunted Mansion area, like a big blow up tombstone and some other blow up things and outdoor things in this area that was all Haunted Mansion. And they also had a bunch of Wednesday stuff. They had a big animatronic guy. They had Wednesday, the animatronic. They had Cousin It. And they had some other Wednesday stuff.
I see the world as a place that must be endured. They got wolfing out!
They had a couple of things with Thing on them.
For the imagination prepared. When you learn the
There were lots of things though. And then like a book with an eyeball in this area. Another crawling hand looking thing, animatronic. and just other various spooky animatronic things in this area that lit up and made noise and all sorts of stuff. So I'll continue to show all the animatronics that I'm missing here. I also had some Mr. Skeletons there hanging up, and some other little skeleton things like skulls and little baby skeletons and stuff like that. Oh, and they had some spooky pillows. They had one that said, "Hey Boo." They had another one that was orange with little ghosties all over it. Anything else I'm missing from Lowe's, I'll show here, but they had some good spooky goods. They're animatronics. Some of them were actually scary, like in the best way possible. I don't mean like I was scared for my life or oh my gosh. They were just actually scary, which I love that. It's already a freaking humid one today, y'all. I don't even know what the humidity is, but it's bad. It's bad, bad, bad. Hey everyone, it is another day Halloween decor hunting with me and good old Mr. Skeleton. Another Flemmy the Flamingo kind of day. Feeling the freaking phlegm, feeling the freaking allergies. Hold on, good old Mr. Skeleton. Hold on, sir. Railroad tracks. Oh, Lord. We're already off to a really good start. I almost left the house with my house shoes on. So we almost did that, which would just be perfect. I mean, I honestly wouldn't even care if I did. It wouldn't be the first time. But where are we going today, good old Mr. Skeleton? Where are we cruising off to today? Shoot, I forgot to go to the post office. That's all right, we'll go later. Well, if we go to the post office, we can stop by Walmart and see if they have any of their Halloween pajamas out, / any Halloween at all out. Okay, so back to school has officially begun around here. So that means Target, Walmart, Home Depot, all these places that usually wait until after back to school. I think Home Depot waits till after Labor Day, but I know Target and Walmart wait until after back to school to get their Halloween out. Also CVS, Walgreens, those types of places wait till after all their back to school stuff is cleared out. So that means we are doing some major stocking starting now. Target, Walmart, I'm going to start there. Today, we're cruising really quickly to Burlington. I want to see if they put anything new out. And we're going to cruise over to Target. See if they have anything in their dollar spot. Well, you know, their bullseye playground. Since they changed the freaking name 300 years ago and I still can't comprehend it. I don't think they have their full-blown Halloween out. Actually, I know they don't. But I think they may have some stuff, or I'm starting to see on the Facebook group that they're starting to get stuff out in their, you know, their dollar section, their bullseye playground. Oh, God. But yeah, so we're going to Burlington. We're going to Target. I think that's it for today. I was just going to do a quick run today and then get home. I have a lot of editing to do and filming to do. So, like, I need to get my hauls filmed because I'm wanting to decorate by the end of the month. I'm trying to get more videos out. My thing is, I keep wanting to go on the hunt. I keep wanting to hunt, so I'm hunting and not editing. Oh, Lord. I totally forgot, Mr. Skeleton, sir. Stop staring again, that's rude. I totally forgot I wanted to run to Michael's and look. Okay, so I'm wanting to build this spooky town this year. And you know me, I can't just leave things alone. I can't just be like, hey Jade, why don't you just put out a couple things this year and just slowly build it up over the years. But I can't do that when it comes to spooky things. I get really excited about them and all I want to do is work on it. You know what I mean? I haven't even started it yet. But anyways, I was wanting to go to Michael's because I was watching this whole tutorial. Lately, as I get ready in the morning, all I've been doing is watching spooky town, like people building their spooky towns and like spooky town tutorials. I'm obsessed with spooky things, okay, y'all? Like, I get excited. And once I get excited about something, Google gets excited. And I feel like this is like a new Halloween thing for me to be excited about because I've decorated over the years, but I've never done a spooky town. So now I'm kind of obsessed with it. Not gonna lie. Does that say Spirit Halloween? No, it's Home Depot. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Speaking of obsessed. Anyways, so I watched this whole tutorial on how to make trees for your spooky town. today. And if you know, one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of DIY on my channel is because I'm terrible at it. And I'm not just saying that like to be like a humble person, like, oh, I'm just not good at DIY. And then I'm like phenomenal at it. Like, no. I know my limits. I know DIY is just not my thing. Like, it's just not, like, everything looks like I'm like, just, it's pure chaos. I've got glue gun strings everywhere, things hanging off of where, I mean, it's just not ever good. It never looks right. And then I end up spending more money on the DIY than I would have just to build or buy it. I mean, not build it. Lack of building. Just buying the thing, right? So I'm horrible at DIY. But I am okay at art. And I feel like the spooky town kind of crosses over into art territory. So I feel like I can do the spooky town. Because it's not like, it's DIY, but it's not. Like, it's not like build your own jack-o'-lantern tower. Like, I know I would fail at that. Like, it's probably easy, but I can't, like, that's the kind of stuff when I have to use power tools and stuff like that. Like, no, but if I can just, like, draw some things. Oh, man, Homegoods is right here. Should we just run in real quick? Just real quick. Not to get, like, I'm breaking up all these tangents. It's really busy today. But I was just thinking if we could just run in really quick before Michael's just to see what they've put out before the weekend. Just a real quick gander. We don't have to stay long. I mean, I'm talking to myself at this point. I'm just giving myself a little pep talk before. Like, we don't have to spend any money. We don't have to do any of those things. We can just simply go in. Okay. Anyways, did all these people park terribly? Yes. Are we still going to park here? Yes. So anyways, what was I saying about Spooky Town? Oh, so I saw on this video, this guy was making these, I think his name's Carl. He was making some Spooky Town trees. And they looked easy enough. But you have to get these specific plants, fall plants from Michael's. And he said that you can't get it online. You have to go to the store. So I'm hoping they have them. Because they're the perfect trees, like fall looking trees. I've got a graveyard I'm doing. I don't know. I'm excited about this whole Spooky Town endeavor though. And I'm going to take you with me. Don't you fret. But so far I'm failing miserably because I should probably start building this thing. It's August, right? No, I'm out on the hunt looking at Halloween decorations and that's where my brain is at. But I really want to build this Spooky Town. So, I don't know. I don't know how far we're going to get this year. I don't know what we're going to do. But what I'm the most excited about is I'm always looking for spooky things to do on the off season, like the off season. The best thing about the off season these days is I feel like the off season is only like, I don't know, like a couple months nowadays. Because we go from like the holiday season, we got like from basically February. We start in February with Halloween, but really we don't start really feeling it until I would say about April, May. And then from basically May until December, we have all sorts of holidays to celebrate. So I feel like I get excited from those times. And then I kind of hibernate for a couple months until, not really hibernate, we do like deep cleaning and organizing because my whole life is a disaster after the holidays, like after all the different like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all the things. So my life is a total disaster. So we do cleaning and organizing, which I'm planning on doing again. But I also thought, like, I'm always looking for some little spooky things to do. We do Halloween, we do halfway to Halloween, we do stuff like that. But I feel like the off season would be the perfect time to work on Spooky Town too, to kind of incorporate some spooky content into already like the content we already do during that season. So, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun. Like, I'm always looking for some spooky shit to do. You know me. All right. Anyways, we're here at Homegoods, Mr. Skeleton. We're going in. I wasn't planning on coming here, but who are we kidding? All right, here we go. Here we go. We just left Homegoods, and we saw a couple of new things, but not a lot. They were fully stocked in there, but pretty much what we saw the other day. I did see a really pretty mirror it was gorgeous. The mirrors this year are so good, all the spooky mirrors. And then they had a carriage, like a carriage looking thing with skeletons inside and like a little tabletop decor piece. And then they had, what else did I see? Oh, in the ceramic area, they had plates. So the other day we saw the plates with the little ghosties. These ones were black with the spooky house and little ghosties. These were so cute. Oh man, they were cute. So just a couple of new things. They aren't slowing down. I feel like they're just getting more stock of the stuff we've seen, which is great. Lots of spooky mugs. Oh, I did see not Joanna Parker, I wish. A Ray Dunn canister that said spooky and it was purple. But I will say, the suggestive skeleton that we saw the other day, the wine holder, you know what I'm talking about. You know. You can't unsee it. If you've seen it, you've seen it. That was gone. Somebody bought it. So I'm so happy for them. Well, I was going to say, I was so excited we went in. Even though we didn't see a whole lot, that's okay. I love just seeing any spooky goods. I love it all. But I ran into Tara again. I don't remember. Did I talk about Tara before? But I ran into Tara and her son up at the fancy Homegoods a couple weeks ago, I think, or maybe it was, I don't remember, but we ran into each other and just saw her again here at this Homegoods looking for the spooky goods. So Tara, hey ghoul, hey, if you're watching, it was so good to see you again and chat with you. I didn't get to chat with her much the first time because she was in her car driving by, but this time we actually stopped and chatted and we both were probably burning up. I hope you didn't get a sunburn or anything like that. We were sweating out here, but we were jabbing our jaws about Halloween. We were so excited. And actually, she lives over by my mom's. We got to talk and we were just chatting it up. So it's so good to meet you again and chat with you, like officially get to chat with you. So I love seeing Spooky Family on the Hunt. I love chatting with you. Seriously, it's my favorite. It's my favorite thing ever. I love hearing what you're looking for. I love hearing about you, your life, just going back and forth about what we're seeing, what we're liking. I just love it so much because I feel like here on YouTube, I get to know some spooky family down in the comments, but when I get to run into you in person, I get to actually like get to know you for real. Mr. Skeleton, that AC feels good. Are your bones blasting, sir? Because mine are, and I cannot wait for cooler weather. This is just, this is brutal. It's bad. It's bad. I'm sweating. Okay, we're here at Michael's. We're gonna go see if they have our Spooky Town stuff that we're looking for. And then, it's not Spooky Town, it's just like, I think in their general Ashland floral. So we're gonna go look for this stuff, see if they have it. If they don't, that's all right. We can move on. Ooh, Taco Bell is right there. All right, here we are at Michael's. We're going in. Here at Michael's, we're going in. All right, I'm not seeing it, but I feel like these will work. You can just make little trees out of these little sprigs. I'm hoping. All right, Mr. Skeleton, we just left Michael's. We left Michael's. We didn't see exactly what we were looking for, but I think I found something that could work. So I'm not mad at it. Oh, Lord, it's freaking hot, Mr. Skeleton. Today, it just, I don't know if it's the humidity today. It did not feel this hot 2 days ago when we went out. It did not feel this bad. This is bad. And I know we're supposed to get a cold front, is what I was going to say. I don't know what was trying to come out of my mouth, but that's what I was trying to say. We're supposed to get a cold front. By cold front, I mean it's going to be like 80 degrees instead of 180 degrees. And I'm over-exaggerating. Not really 180 degrees, but like 108 probably, more like it. Anyways, I was also checking Michael's to see if they put out their in-your-face Halloween line. So at first, I thought they weren't going to get one in. Because every year at Michael's, they have an in-your-face Halloween line with ghosties and pumpkins. And I thought maybe the Hippie Hollow line was their in-your-face Halloween line this year. But somebody brought it to everyone, the Spooky Family's attention over on the Facebook group. Because somebody was asking about it, like, hey, is Michael's just not going to have a Halloween line? And apparently, and somebody in the comments posted a picture of one of their ads, one of Michael's ads, and it had like ghosties and jack-o'-lanterns, like an in-your-face Halloween looking collection that they were they weren't promoting it specifically, but it was like part of their Halloween promo. And so I think they're gonna have an in-your-face Halloween line that's gonna come out later. It would make sense, and actually I really like how Michael's is doing it this year. I really like that they kind of started out with like a spooky kind of Wednesday vibe, and then they went into like, it was like an all year round spooky decor thing. Well, when was that? Was that April? March, April? And then they gave us the Hippie Hollow, and then they gave us the Edgar Allan Poe stuff, and you know, Frankenstein and all that kind of stuff. And I say Edgar Allan Poe because of the toilets, you know. And then they gave us that ghostly line, and now they're going to give us an in-your-face Halloween line. And I'm hoping their in-your-face Halloween line, I am hoping that they have some of those vintage looking pieces, because their vintage Halloween line like several years ago was one of my favorites. But I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really look like it in the advertisement. Wait, I need to kind of park in between Target and Burlington because they're right next to each other. So what I'm probably gonna do, Burlington, then Target, and then we'll talk about both of them in the car, if that's okay with you guys. And y'all, I feel like we're gonna have a good Halloween clearance hunting year. So I need to maybe cool it a little bit. Really, my most dangerous place is Homegoods. That's where I've gotten the most this year, so I'm gonna be doing a haul, but I might have to do 2 hauls. Because with Homegoods, I feel like it's a lot of little things, you know what I mean? And their prices are so good, and they don't really do much of a clearance. Their markdowns after the season, they're usually only like 25%. I've never really stuck around to see them 50%. Like maybe a week after if there's anything left, but usually it's broken stuff. Yeah, so, but I feel like everywhere else, Michael's especially, because they've been, I don't know what's going on with Michael's and why they aren't coming through with their coupons. They normally have really good coupons, and then they have weekends, or they used to have weekends where you could use a coupon on sale items. And now I just feel like they're not really that great. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, Joann's marked their stuff down early. And Michael's used to do that. But now I feel like they wait until after. They usually have really good after Halloween sales, though. Like 70% off kind of stuff. But I feel like all things considered, I know it's still early in the season. Especially for people who aren't Halloween hunters like we are. A lot of people get out later in the season, you know, September. And then they start decorating then. Where we're out in like June looking for stuff, May looking for stuff. So for us, it's later in the season. I feel like for this time of year, I feel like I'm seeing more on the shelves than I usually see. So I feel like we might have a good clearance year. I know the economy has something to do with that too. Anyways, okay, we're here at Burlington. We're going to Mr. Skeleton. Here we go. All right, going on Mr. Skeleton. It's freaking hot. Alright, we just have Burlington and Target. And what do we see, Mr. Skeleton? We saw some Halloween at Burlington, some spooky goods. Their decor section, like general decor, hold on. Decor section, like their general decor, was kind of slim pickings. Like they had some bigger pieces, like jack-o'-lantern with a witch hat on, and a couple of skeleton pieces. I think there was a, what am I thinking of? Like a tombstone and a skeleton, and then one was a skeleton holding a big bowl. And then they had a couple of tabletop decor pieces that said like "Stay Spooky" and "Happy Halloween" or something like that. But it was kind of slim pickings, not a lot to see. But then we cruised over to the sheets, because I've been seeing on the Facebook group the spooky sheets at Burlington. They had a black set with embroidered skulls on it. And then they had a white set with embroidered ghosties on it. Both were really cute. They also had some spooky blankets. Some fuzzy, soft blankets. I always say this every single year, but at Burlington, they have the best prices on their spooky, soft blankets. They had pink with ghosties. They had several different ghosty ones. One was, I think, black and white, or like grayish and white and the black. And then another one had jack-o'-lanterns, and it was kind of like an in-your-face Halloween blanket, orange and yellow and black, and all sorts of Halloween-y things on it. They had one that said something like, I'll put a spell on you or something like that. They had a fall-looking one with cats all over it, but they did have some various spooky blankets, colorful, not colorful. Then, the star of the show, in my opinion, at Burlington, the bathroom stuff. They had some really good bathroom stuff. Their soap dispensers are some of the coolest I've seen. They had this one that was a spooky house with this gargoyle on the front, and then it has like a little tray in the front. I don't know if that's for like bar soap or what it's for, like what the tray is for in the front, but I didn't care. The spooky house was really cool looking. And then they had a ghosty one that had a little tray on the side that was really cute. And they had skeletons. They had, I think, a black and white striped pumpkin looking one with spiders on it. And they also had some shower curtains. They had shower curtains with bats all over it, shower curtains with skeletons all over it. I think they had a jack-o'-lantern one. Maybe, I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly. They may have just had the skeletons and the bats. But they had some shower curtains. And then, is that it? Anything else I'm missing, I'll show here. I looked in the pajama section because usually they get really good women's pajamas every single year, and I have yet to see them. So then we cruised over to Target. We saw some pumpkin spice creamer in the creamer section, some Dunkin', some Starbucks. There was also the cold foam. They had the whipped cream, the Favorite Day Target brand, what am I trying to say? Pumpkin spice whipped cream. And then they had the sugar cookies. They had the, you know, with the little cutouts on the inside. They had a ghosty and the jack-o'-lantern. They also had pumpkin spice gluten-free waffles, y'all. I cannot wait to try these. I'm so freaking excited. I searched everywhere for them because for some reason I couldn't find them. So I looked on the app and it told me the exact aisle and everything, and then I found them in all of their glory, and I'm gonna try them. I cannot wait. Oh shoot, I forgot to check the cereal aisle. Dang it! I'm sure they have pumpkin spice Cheerios and all sorts of spooky cereals. We'll check again because we'll have to go back to Target anyways. Nothing in the Bullseye playground, y'all. All school supply stuff, school stuff, back to school. Hoping over the weekend they get their Bullseye playground stocked, but it didn't even look like they were even trying to empty it. Like it was fully stocked with school supply, locker, decoration kind of stuff. But one thing is for sure, Mr. Skeleton, we sure are going to stock it. So anyways, that's what we saw at Target. Anything else I'm missing, I'll show here, but I think that's all we saw. And then now we're going to cruise to Walmart. My battery's about to die, but I will see you at Walmart. Wally World, here we come. We're looking for Halloween. We're looking for Halloween pajamas. We're looking for all the things. Here we come, Wally World. All right, we just left Walmart. Did not see any Halloween decorations yet, but I did see some Halloween pajamas in the women's section. They had some really cute pajamas. They had ones like these two-piece little like t-shirt and little shorty little sets. One was purple and black with black cats all over it. One had witches flying on brooms, and it was more of like a bluish, tealish color. The other ones had, was it more of an in-your-face Halloween feel? There was one with ghosties all over it. I know that. And then there was one that had these vintage-looking characters all over it that was so cute. And this one had orange and black diamond print with different characters all over it. And it looked like very in-your-face Halloween. And then another one had vampire fangs all over it and was orange. And I can't remember what the other ones were, but I'll show them here. And then they also had some moo-moo looking pajama, like sleep shirt, sleep dress kind of things. And one said Miss Halloween on it and had a skeleton. One, I can't remember what the other one said. Dang it. But they had a couple of different, oh, and one had the witches flying on brooms with the teal and the blue and stuff. And then, what was the other one? Was it purple and black? Was something, I don't know, but they had some really cute pajamas in here. And they also had some t-shirts, some Halloween t-shirts, jack-o'-lantern faces, and they had cats, they had witchy situations, various colors. They had black, they had orange, they had purple, they had, yeah, just lots of cute little Halloween t-shirts in this area. And I think that's all we saw today. Anything else I'm missing, I'll show here what we, oh, I saw some kids pajamas too. I saw some really cute Casper pajamas. Oh my gosh, they were so cute. And then anything else I'm missing, I'll show here, but I'm pretty sure that's what we saw today. So we'll be back out on the hunt, I think. If not, then I'll see ya when I see ya.